that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Um, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Just gotta see what happens going forward. I don't, you know, in the NFL, I read an article about winners and losers of free agents. The guy writing it wrote that you can never go older in the NFL, and I agree with that. Gore is a 32-year-old back, and I don't, the Colts, I know they need a running back. I thought they could have got one in the draft. Their problem really isn't offense. It's their defense. Their defense is what their defense is what couldn't stop the New England Patriots, deflated footballs or not. New England ran all over them, and just because you have such a great offense doesn't mean that you're going to win a championship. You need an offense. It takes a really special group of people to win a championship first and foremost. And star-studded teams don't always win championships in the NFL. I mean, the Patriots were really good, but they were a team. And the guy the hero of the Super Bowl last year was not a superstar. No offense to Jimmy Butler. Not Jimmy Butler. God. Well, the Butler guy. I've already forgot his name. I'm not a Patriots fan, so I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that. But Butler was an undrafted rookie, and he saved the day. He intercepted he had the game-winning interception, and Brady had a really good game in the Super Bowl. But I mean, it came down to that one play, and that's how football games are. They come down to one or two plays, and that's why when I say when people are like, oh, we're gonna be awesome, we're gonna be this, we're gonna be that, just because you sign superstars and you look like a super team doesn't mean you're going to be a super team. Look at the Broncos. They were all world and mighty, and they got bounced to the first round again, twice in 3 years, and they had an all Super Bowl caliber roster, and Peyton Manning as their quarterback. So it comes down to teams who plays the best as a team, and that's why I think Texans lose Andre Johnson, they lost Chris Myers, lost a lot of guys that go over. They brought in a couple of guys, a couple of quarterbacks that are pretty good, maybe win the job. But I feel confident. I still feel confident the Texans can become a Super Bowl contender. The weight of the world is now off their shoulders. There's no more having we have to win one for Andre. They can play together as a team, and we'll see how good they can be in 2015. But again, it comes down to the draft, and that's on April 30th. I still think Jameis Winston's going first overall. I think the Buccaneers having meetings now with Jameis Winston, they've had more meetings with Jameis Winston than I think any of the quarterback in this draft class. So to me, that gives a vibe that they're going Jameis. Recently, I heard the Redskins were interested in Marcus Mariota. That's going to hurt Philly. That's going to hurt their chances. That's going to hurt a lot. Chip Kelly says he's not going to mortgage the future. Well, he's already done that. He's already done that. They have no playmakers. They have no playmakers on offense. Their quarterbacks their starting quarterback right now is injury prone. And then you've got Mark Sanchez, who, since being part of the Jets teams that went to the AFC Championship games 2 years in a row, he hasn't really done much. And now and Jordan Matthews is a good player, don't get me wrong. He's a good player. But I don't know about being the number one guy. I don't even think he's a number two. I think he's a slot receiver, a big slot receiver, an athletic slot receiver. But yeah, I don't see how Philly is gonna make all these parts work. That's what's gonna be interesting, and it comes down to it's gonna be interesting. I tell you one thing though, Kansas City getting Jeremy Maclin, that was big. Now I think they overpaid for him. I think they could have gotten a receiver in the draft that's probably a little bit, maybe a little bit better than Jeremy Maclin. But obviously Jeremy Maclin's when he's healthy, he's a pretty good player. I just don't know if he's 11 million per year player. But we'll see. Bless me. Ugh. I'm getting over my cold. Last week I was coughing a lot, but I'm doing good. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days of free agency, because it's still going on. And then we'll wait to the draft, April 30th. This has been Sports Talk with Sam Darley. Thanks for watching.